Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Psychically Speaking. It has been quite a while, and oh, how I have missed this space. If you're a longtime listener, thank you so much for your patience and for sticking with me throughout this whirlwind of life and relocation back to the beach. And if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. I'm so glad you found your way here. I'm your host, Lisa Ann, and this is a podcast where intuition meets inspiration. We dive into the real, the raw, and the remarkable, exploring life's twists and turns and transformational moments together. It feels so good to be back, so let's get into it. Today, I want to talk about something deeply personal and honestly, long overdue. These past few months have been some of the most challenging. Between unexpected obstacles, painful disappointments, and trying to relocate Spirit Quest back to the beach, there were moments when I truly was not sure I'd find my way back to this mic. But here we are. In this episode, we're going to talk about what happens when the road gets ugly, when people let you down, when your dream feels heavy, and most importantly, how to stay focused on your life's purpose, even when it feels like everything around you is trying to pull you off course. We'll explore the power of protecting your energy, why your circle matters more than you think, and how just when you need it most, the universe has a way of sending exactly the right people to lift you back up. If you've been going through a tough season, this one's for you. So let's talk about keeping the faith, reclaiming your light, and moving forward stronger, wiser, and more aligned than ever. There's something no one tells you when you're chasing a dream. And that is that sometimes the hardest part isn't the work, it's the people. You know, the ones who smile to your face while quietly sabotaging behind the scenes. The ones who make promises they never keep. The ones who seem supportive but truly have hidden agendas. And if you're not careful, their energy can really get in your head. It can plant seeds of doubt that grow into fear, which cause hesitation, or even self-sabotage. These last few months have tested me in every way possible. I was trying to build something meaningful, something sacred, in a brand new space while navigating delay after delay, betrayal, financial hits, and just a whole lot of not what I expected. To be honest with you, some days it felt like I was dragging my vision uphill completely alone. Other days, it felt like the very people who were supposed to be helping were actually intentionally holding me back. And let me tell you, there's a very specific kind of heartbreak that comes from realizing someone you trusted didn't really have your best interests at heart. But I showed up with a smile while quietly nursing exhaustion, quite honestly, resentment, and even physical pain. On top of all of that was the financial damage that was being done to the business. Because when people don't act with integrity, it doesn't just bruise your feelings. It impacts your business, your income, your stability. I had to redirect energy, time, and resources that were meant for growing Spirit Quest just to clean up messes that I didn't create. But here's what this season has taught me. And I say this from the other side with hard-earned clarity. You have to protect your energy like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. The people in your space, in your circle, in your ear, they matter. The wrong energy will weigh you down. It will cloud your clarity and block your blessings. But the right people, they are like magic. They remind you of who you are when you forget. They hold space for your vision and they help you stay rooted in your why. And the universe, beautiful, mysterious, always on time, the universe will send those people. And just when you're about to give up, just when you feel like no one else sees the effort you're putting in, that's when the real ones show up. A client who says exactly what you needed to hear, a friend who reminds you to rest, a stranger who becomes an unexpected ally. These moments aren't coincidences. They're alignment. Now, I've had to make some really tough choices these last few months. I've had to walk away from some really draining dynamics. I've redrawn boundaries that should have been in place long ago. And as painful as that can be, it is also deeply freeing. Because when you start saying no to what isn't aligned, you make space for what is. You make space for truth, for peace, for the people who are not intimidated by light, but inspired by it. Through all of this, I learned to keep my focus on one thing: why I started. You see, Spirit Quest has never been just a business to me. It's a calling, a sanctuary, a place for healing, growth, and remembering who you really are. And if this season has taught me anything, it's that this work is more needed than ever before. So if you're in a tough season right now, if your circle is shifting, if your plans are unraveling, if the people around you are falling short, I want you to hear this loud and clear. Don't let the noise distract you from the goal. Don't let someone else's fear or dysfunction become your story. And please never dim your light just to make other people feel more comfortable. One of my favorite poems says you're not here to play small. And I love that expression because the truth is you're here to create something meaningful and you're not alone no matter how it feels. So always remember to take that breath, reclaim your peace, trust the timing, keep showing up, keep believing, and most of all, keep going no matter what. Remember, you did not come this far to quit now. When I think back over the last few months, I've had my work insulted, my space insulted, my love of the color purple insulted by people who were supposed to be professional and ethical. And I have to tell you, there were moments there when I really started letting all of that overwhelm me. And those of you who have been listening to my podcast for a while know there's one word that I hate the most, and it's lucky. But I have to break my rule and use the word this time because I'm very lucky to have some absolutely amazing people around me. And those people showed up just at the right time to remind me of why I do what I do, to remind me of who I am, to remind me of all the things in the past that I've had to work through, that I've had to overcome to get to where I am. And I say that to you now. Do not forget who you are. Do not forget why you had the dream in the first place. Do not forget that at the end of the day, you always get to make the final choice of where you keep your focus. And I say this so often, but I feel like it is so important to be reminded that you are a human being. It is okay to feel hurt, disgust, anger, frustration, overwhelm. Those are all human emotions. And when you are in these seasons of overwhelm and difficulty, you have the right to have those feelings. Just always remember that you also have the choice to make the decision to not get stuck in those emotions. Feel them, process them, share them with people who truly have your back, but don't allow them to become your forever story. And my final thought, no matter how hard the road gets, remember this: not everyone deserves a front row seat to your journey. Let the lessons shape you, not shake you. And trust that every time you choose peace over chaos, truth over comfort, and alignment over approval, you're getting closer to the life that your soul came here to live. The universe will always meet you halfway. So keep going, because you are a beautiful soul and you are not just surviving, you're rising and thriving. And finally, I have to take a moment to sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, thank all of my earth angels for stepping in, for holding the light when I could see nothing but darkness. There are honestly too many people to name, but I need to acknowledge my husband, who never allows me to give up on my dreams. My family, who dropped everything to help pack and paint and take my crazy phone calls in the middle of the night. I want to thank Kelly and Kathy and Rose and Susan and Kim and our incredible new landlords who are such a gift to us. And by the way, they love our purple. Thank you for joining me today on Psychically Speaking. If you love this episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could use a little inspiration. And remember to join me for my free live weekly happy hour with guided meditation via Zoom. For more information, visit spiritquestnc.com. Until next time, take care of yourself, embrace your light, trust your intuition, and keep growing.